Good morning, friends. It is early Wednesday morning. We did not get up to exercise. We just laid in bed together and just kind of, the cat. Oh, that cat. Just kind of slept on and off until about 6 a.m. and chatted. I think we're both a little emotional. I've been really good with the port last week and all. Today it's just kind of hitting different. If you don't know, it's Doug's first chemo treatment today, so things are just hitting a little different. But I have things to do this morning before we go. I packed my bag last night mostly. I'm just taking a bunch of stuff. We're going to be there for a while. It's going to be a long day. Especially since this is the first day and we have an appointment before the chemo. So I have a lot of things packed. I have my menu binder. I have book, magazine, laptop, iPad, charger. So I have it all packed just to keep me busy. Doug has his work laptop packed because that's what his plan is. He's actually downstairs now getting in a couple hours before we leave, and then he'll work while we're there and work when he comes home. That's his plan anyway. We'll see. Plans are known to change, but I mean, they're very pro work while you're sitting in the chair over there. Like, they've got little workstations and charging stations and everything. So what else you gonna do for 4 or 5 hours, right? Yeah. So I'm taking all my stuff. He's got his stuff, and I need to pack us lunch. I'm gonna make Doug a big breakfast this morning. He doesn't usually eat very early, but he's gonna have to eat about 8 o'clock, 8:15 this morning. It's his last chance to have dippy eggs. So I'm gonna make him some dippy eggs and potatoes and either a bagel or an English muffin. I'm going to do that, and I also need to go downstairs before I jump in the shower and get sourdough crackers started. We need them for our lunch. I didn't even think to make them last night. I was a little out of sorts last night. I had to switch my plasma day to yesterday because I can't go today. I went last night, and I got denied because my heart rate was up. My heart rate is never elevated. I have a really good, for an old woman, resting heart rate. And my heart rate was way up last night. A resting heart rate. And honestly, I just think it was little anxiety. Maybe that I wasn't aware of. So we waited 5 minutes and checked it again, and it was still too high. So I got denied for plasma last night, and that just, I think that's what kind of set off everything. You know, like, I couldn't go Friday to plasma because of the weather, and now I got denied last night. And I'm like, dude, I need my plasma money. I got medical bills to pay. So I rescheduled it for tomorrow, so we'll see how it goes tomorrow. But I'm going to make sure I check my pulse rate before I go in. And make sure I get it down if it's up. Of course, it's been fine ever since. I've been checking it with my Apple Watch, and it's been fine. But I just think it was some anxiety. I really do. And I had to wait so long. Oh my God, it was so crowded last night. Because it's Tuesday's their first day of the week, so Tuesdays are always crowded. That's why I don't go on Tuesdays. But that's okay. That's okay. So I'm going to try again on Thursday, and then I'll go Thursday, Saturday this week. So it is what it is. But we have someone bringing us dinner tonight, which I think is just so incredibly sweet. They insisted. I told them they didn't have to. I could make dinner, but they insisted, so it's fine. I'm beyond touched and beyond grateful. So I don't know what we're having for dinner. She mentioned soup, so it'll be wonderful, I'm sure. And I just think that's really sweet. So anyway, I got to get in the shower so I can get these crackers made, so I can get lunches packed, so we can get out the door on time. So I'll talk to you. I'll show you the crackers. Okay, let's get started on those crackers. So you'll need 2/3 of a cup of sourdough discard. Mine's really not discard. It's kind of active, but it's okay. Is what it is. Because I did feed it last night. Hindsight, I probably should have made the crackers last night, but I didn't. Should probably get a loaf of bread going. It's what I should do. But will I? Probably not. And then we need 3 tablespoons of olive oil. We need 3/4 cup of flour. We need a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And we need a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. That I will measure. Now we're just going to mix it all up. And then you let it ferment for as long as you want. Minimum of a half hour, which is what mine's going to be. You can go up to 24 hours, doesn't matter. The longer it ferments, of course, you know, the better for your gut health. And the more sour it will taste. But they don't taste sour at all. Okay, once it won't come together anymore, you can just use your hand. It's a little dry. My starter hydration wasn't very high, I guess. It'll be fine. It's just crackers that we need for lunch. Last minute will. Okay, that looks good. So I am just gonna put this into a ball. And we are just going to let this sit for at least a half hour or until I am done getting my act together and getting showered and dressed and all that stuff. So that's it. We'll be back to take care of this after it sits for a bit. Okay, back to our crackers now that we are showered, shampooed, and shined. I just divided my ball in half. I like working with smaller pieces. Floured the counter a little bit, and we're just going to roll it out. This dough is a little bit drier than I'm used to. Like I said, I think my hydration was off on my sourdough, but they're crackers. I don't care. And we are just going to roll this out. I like them thin, so I like to go, the recipe says a 1/2 inch to a 1/4 inch. To me, that's like bread. It's way too thick. So I like to go really thin. Somewhere between 1/8 and a 1/4. Oh, and I have the oven preheating to 400. Now you're supposed to sprinkle them with coarse salt, and I don't feel like going down the basement and getting it because that's where it is, so I'm just using regular salt. You can put add-ins in the crackers, like if you wanted rosemary crackers or whatever. You can easily do that. Just want to go a little bit thinner if I can. Okay, good enough for our lunch today. Now I'm just going to take a pizza cutter and cut them. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go a little bit thinner on this side. I usually do a double or triple batch, but not today. And you can cut them whatever size you want them. Oh, I usually poke them with the holes first, and I forgot. I just take a fork, poke some holes in them, keeps them from puffing up in the oven. Okay. Now we are just going to put them on our baking sheet. Sprinkle them with salt. See, there's the nice ones in the middle. They're nice square shapes. The ones on the edges, not so much. I actually probably could have gone a little bit thinner with these, but it is what it is. They'll be fine. I'm just going to pack us bento boxes for lunch. I mean, according to their calculations, we should probably be there we should be there until 2:30 or 3:30. So we're definitely going to need some nourishment, especially Doug. Me, not so much, because I'm not a big lunch eater. But he will definitely need some. So we're just going to do little bento boxes with our crackers and cheese and veggies and nuts. And haven't decided if I actually thought about making some chicken salad. So let me see what time it is, and then I'll decide. So there's the first tray ready to go in, and I'll start on the second tray. Still waiting for the oven to get up to temperature. I forgot to tell you, I did sprinkle salt on the first tray ready to go in the oven. You definitely need a little salt on them or something on them. I'm sure one of the Trader Joe's seasonings would be good too. Now, if I had done these last night like I should have, I would have made them whole wheat crackers. I would have ground my own flour, but I just did not have time for that this morning and just wasn't in the mood for it last night. I was having a pity party, so things happen, right? It'll be fine. That's what I keep telling myself. It'll be fine. So I'm going to go get this one done, and we're going to start packing lunches. So Doug is doing his last official chicken chores. I made chicken bone broth the other day. So see that? Whoops, wait, where is it? See that big bowl? That is all full of all the leftover chicken stuff from the stock, the bones, some meat, all that stuff, skin. And we also had a few more corn cobs. So he's giving them the corn cobs. And as you can see, they are going crazy. And he's going to give them the leftover chicken stuff also. So that will be his and he's checking the waterers. We're going to be above freezing now for about 5-6 days. So we don't have to worry about the heated water. We can just use their regular waterers, which is nice. So this is it. This is his last official chicken duty. We had some potatoes left over from dinner. So I am just cooking those up. It was dinner last night. I made a pork tenderloin. The garlic mustard pork tenderloin. If you have never had that, oh my gosh, it is the best way to make it. Check out the recipe on my website. I'll try to remember to link it, but I can't promise anything. It is the best. Oh my gosh, so good. But anyway, I had these potatoes with it. We just had, boiled potatoes with salt and butter. So I just cut those up and threw them in the old cast iron and just kind of heating those through, giving them a nice little char on them. And that's what I'm going to serve to Doug. Maybe I'll have a few. We'll see. Okay, here's the first tray of crackers out of the oven. I could have gone a little bit thinner, but they look good. And the 5 to 8 minutes that the recipe says, I did them like 10 or 12. So the other tray's in there now. I'm just trying to assemble lunches and get moving here. Okay, here is my messy counter and my bento box for lunch. Doug's looks exactly the same. He just has more of everything. More chicken salad, more crackers, more cheese, all that. So that is it. Just a little snacky lunch to get us through today. Okay, it's a morning of lasts for a while around here. He took care of the chickens for the last time, and now he's having dippy eggs for the last time for a while. I think this is going to be the hardest thing because my guy loves his dippy eggs.
Oh, yeah.
He did not have them when we went out to breakfast Sunday because he only has dippy eggs from our farm-raised eggs. I didn't realize that. So anyway, that's his breakfast, and mine's going to be exactly the same, just a scaled-down version. And there's mine. I have about half the potatoes, 1 egg, and a tiny little English muffin. We are on our way. A little bit later than I wanted. I underestimated time a little bit this morning.
That's my job.
I know. Doug's the underestimator of time. But we're good. We should get there right on time. And like I've said before, we valet. Valet is free for cancer patients. So we can just pull right up and jump right out. So that's a good thing. So I will try to film a little bit if I can. Not really sure, but I'll definitely try to give you updates as the day goes on and let you know what is happening. I feel like I am moving in. I'm not sure how long we're going to be there or what I'm going to need to bust any boredom for myself, because Doug's going to be working, so hopefully. So I brought, of course, my phone. I brought a book that I started reading that I never finished, so I want to read that. I also brought my menu planner, my iPad, my laptop. So we will see, but here we go. So we met with the nurse practitioner. She just went over stuff,
Yeah.
asked if we had any questions, and now we are just waiting in the infusion waiting room to get called back to get started.
Get hooked up.
We thought it was going to be 3 to 4 hours. They said probably about 5, so it's going to be a long day. Okay, there he is, figuring out how his chair works. He's got heat and massage, and the feet go up, and he's got a table that comes around so he can do his... You should probably put that down until they hook you up, because she's going to need to access you. So they are going to start him off with some fluids and steroids while the medication is being mixed in the pharmacy. And yeah, we'll just hanging out here. Got anything to say?
Get going.
Okay, he's all set up with a nice warm blanket, the tray table, his work laptop, and he's getting fluids before any of the medication goes in. And he decided he was a little hungry, so he's having a little snack of nuts that I brought for him, and I'm working on my menu. So the social worker just came in to meet us, because she hasn't had a chance to meet us yet, and just give us her role. Like if we need any equipment at home, she does the ordering of that. If we need any emotional support, she points us in the direction of that, all that kind of stuff. Oh my God. And our friend Christina, who's the director of nursing, she just came down to see us too. So that was really nice. And yeah, and it's so funny because whenever we get introduced, we're like, these are the YouTube people. So that's what we are now. We're the YouTube people. He's doing great. He's got medicine going in. It's the Oxa something medicine. And then the 5FU medicine will get hooked up when this is done, and that is what he will wear home. 5FU, that's what I said. And that's the one he will wear home. He's also getting folic acid right now because that helps with the absorption of the 5FU. So yeah, we're just hanging out, working on next week's menu, and he's working. Okay, so he is done his first drug. We are waiting for them to flush the lines and then show him how to do the pump and the take-home drug. And in the meantime, Doug has a meeting, a Zoom meeting that he needs to attend. So we are almost done. It is now 5 after 2. Okay, we are home and he is right back at it.
Back at work.
Back at work. So all went well. We were there, we got there at 9:30. We left there at 2:30, so several hours. The chemo itself probably took, what, about 3 hours, you think?
Yeah, about that.
So now he does his chemo at home. I'll show you that. So now what he's got going is he's got this little pouch, and in this little pouch is a big ball of chemo drugs. It is the 5FU, and then there's the line that leads right into, I don't want to freak anybody out, but leads right into his port. You really can't see anything. Leads right into his port, and that will go for 42 hours. He just has to wear it constantly, wherever's comfortable. They did say not to put it under the blankets at night. Keep it on the outside of the blankets, or if he's laying on the couch with a blanket, keep it on the outside. Because if the tube heats up, the actual chemo could go in too fast. So we don't want that to happen. But yeah, the only sucky thing is he's not allowed to shower with this. So he'll be taking a shower on Friday when he gets home. He has to go at 12:20 on Friday for them to disconnect it and flush the line. If he's feeling good, that's all he's going to need. If he feels like he needs a little, tune-up of some electrolytes or some fluids, then they'll give him them on Friday. So I will not be going with him on Friday. That is a Dougie alone thing. So there you go. That was our day so far. Set up. Okay, I think I mentioned that we were having dinner brought to us. And oh my goodness, look how wonderful this soup looks. It is spinach, tomato, chicken tortellini soup. Yummy, yummy. And she also brought us cookies. And my cousin always brings, this is a family thing. I can't because I'll. And she brought us some rolls. So we are going to enjoy a wonderful, delicious dinner. So when we left the hospital, they gave us a toxic waste spill kit. The yellow is a special toxic waste container. It has a lid in it. There is there's gowns, there's gloves, there's chuck pads, there's saline flushers, everything in it in case, God forbid, something happens to his chemo pump, whether it, I don't know. She said in the 2.5 years, and then we return this to them if, if we have to use it, we put everything in there, return it to them. She said in the 2.5 years that she has been there, she's never had one returned. So hopefully we'll keep her record alive and not have any issues with his chemo pump. So yeah. It's an adventure, my friends. Let me tell you, it is an adventure. We ate our delicious soup. I forgot to show you. Oh my goodness, it was delicious. What? Yes, we'll text her. So I have to text my cousin and thank her very much. And now we are back in the car, as you can see, because it's pitch black dark. We are heading for haircuts. Both of us actually have haircuts tonight. Doug gets his haircut every 5 weeks. I get my haircut every 10 weeks. And my eyebrows done. I get my eyebrows done every 5 weeks. So we are going to do that. Then we are coming home, and I'm sure Doug has homework.
Just a little bit to finish.
And I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, I have Kids Baking Championship to watch from Monday night, so I'm probably going to watch that, but we will see. Well, that is it for our day. It was definitely an eventful day. We both have fresh cuts. So it was definitely an eventful day. It was a long day. Even though like we were just sitting there, it's long and it's tiring. Yeah. But it's okay. We both got a lot of work done. He still has his little bag on. So it's actually not like bad now. Like you really can't, you see the bag and the one little tube. But it's in his shirt, so it's not too noticeable. Calling it his jetpack.
That's it, yeah.
His jetpack, but it's just for tomorrow. The sucky thing is no shower. And he's a little bit worried about getting comfortable tonight sleeping.
We'll see.
But we'll see. So thank you so much for spending your day with us. I hope it was informative. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
Yeah.
If we can answer them, we will. We're taking you along on this journey with us, just to show you that there's nothing to be ashamed about. It is what it is.
Unfortunately, there's way too many people out there who...
Oh my gosh, the infusion center was just packed.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's an adult hospital. It's not a children's hospital, but I mean, people in their 20s right up through the elderly. So it was... Yeah. So, definitely, if you have any questions at all, don't be ashamed to ask us. And if we can answer them, we will. About treatment, about do's and don'ts, things like that. We had great conversation today with the dietitian. She was really good. The social worker came in and talked to us. I think I told you that. Just told us what she could provide if we needed any medical equipment, any counseling, things like that. But it was, good day all told. I mean, It's never a good day when you're sitting there having chemo, but it's just such a great place, and just one person's nicer than the next. Did I tell them about the lady that came out, the director of clinical studies?
I don't think...
I don't know if I did.
I don't...
If I did, I'll edit this out. If I didn't. So we're sitting there, and this lady comes out, and she introduced herself, and she said, I just had to meet the Cooper YouTube people. I'm like, she's like, we all saw your video, and we just loved it. And apparently the video has been shown at several meetings at the hospital, and it's also been sent to the marketing department. So she just had to come out and meet us, and she wasn't the only one that came to visit today to meet the YouTube people. Oh my gosh, it was hysterical. But anyway, so that's that. I'll let you know how he does over the weekend. In the weekend vlog, I'll let you know how he makes out with the disconnect. So incredibly sorry that I never did. I forgot to weigh in this morning. Just totally out of my element this morning. Kind of forgot it was Wednesday. Forgot to weigh in. I'm just going to blow it off till next week. I'm good. I know I am. And I really wanted to film the meeting topic like I always do on Wednesdays, but we were out too early this morning. And then by the time we got home, my cousin came over pretty much right after we got home. So I just didn't have a chance. So just taking a week off, and get back on it next week, I promise. So that's it. I'm done talking. I'm hoping, if you're watching this on Thursday, I'm hoping to go live tonight if I get home from plasma in time. It just depends on plasma. So just watch for it and we'll see. So anyway, that's it. I'm really done now. I am going to go get changed. I'm going to go curl up in bed and read my book. I will see you all tomorrow, Friday, for menu plan and grocery haul. No, grocery haul, menu plan.